Hier ist die neue Folge der Ökonomie-Videos.
All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to tackle a question that seems super simple, but it's actually about one of the most misunderstood and powerful forces shaping our world. What is money, really? Let's dive right in.
Okay, so let's start with the story you probably heard back in school. It's a nice, neat explanation, but as we're about to see, it might just be missing the real story.
You know, the classic textbook story, it always kicks off right here, with our basic human needs. We need food, we need shelter, we want nice things. It makes sense, right? A totally logical, very human place to start thinking about the economy.
And from there, the logic goes something like this. To get what we need, we make stuff. But trying to trade my bread for your shoes, it's a huge pain. It's super inefficient. So, boom, society invents money. It's just a handy tool to make everything easier. Simple.
So in this story, money is just this neutral thing, kind of like a veil that just lays on top of the real economy of making and trading stuff. It's just there to make things run smoothly. But, and this is a big but, this neat little story has a massive hole in it.
Okay, so let's pull back that veil and take a peek at what's really going on. Because if money is really just a simple tool, then why does our entire world seem to revolve around it with such intensity? I mean, really think about it. If you ask most people what they want, they don't just list the things money can buy. A lot of the time, they want the money itself. And that textbook story, it doesn't really have a good answer for this obsession we all seem to have. But there's another way to look at this, one from economists like Joseph Schumpeter, and it completely flips the script. In this view, money isn't some passive veil. No, wait, it's the active, powerful, pulsating heart of the entire modern economy. And the proof? Well, the numbers here are just staggering. Get this, the amount of money zipping around in financial markets every single day can be more than 10 times the value of all the actual stuff, the goods and services that we produce in the entire world. That alone tells you the money game is way, way bigger than the real economy it's supposed to be helping.
And this incredible power isn't just some abstract thing for economists to debate. It has real, direct, and pretty profound consequences for every single one of us.
You know, the writer Fyodor Dostoevsky absolutely nailed it centuries ago. See, historically, having money was your ticket out of servitude. If a serf could somehow scrape together some coin, they could maybe, just maybe, buy their way into a city and start a new life. Money was literally coined freedom.
And, of course, the flip side of that is pretty stark. Today, not having enough money isn't just about missing out on luxuries. It's a fundamental barrier. It can block you from participating in society, from getting a good education, from accessing quality healthcare, even from feeling secure about your old age. And this statistic, wow, it really brings the life or death stakes into sharp focus. In a wealthy country like Germany, studies have shown that the poorest men live, on average, a staggering 11 years less than the richest men. Money, it turns out, can literally buy you more time on this earth.
All right, so you've probably heard this famous line from Adam Smith before. It's the idea that the whole economy just runs on self-interest, right? The baker bakes bread to make a profit. And yeah, that's true. But it's only half the story. There's a much deeper force at play here.
See, our baker isn't just thinking about profits. He is absolutely compelled to chase after money because he's caught in this huge web of financial obligations. He's got to pay the miller for the flour, he's got to pay his employee's salary, he has to pay the tax man, and this is the big one. He's got to pay back the bank for the loan that let him open the bakery in the first place.
So here's the crucial takeaway. This isn't just about individual greed or some personal ambition. The system itself puts this relentless, structural pressure on everyone, from households to giant corporations, to just keep earning money. You have to, just to pay your bills and stay afloat.
Which, of course, leads us to the biggest question of all. If everybody is forced to chase money, where in the world does it actually come from? And trust me, the answer is probably not what you think.
Most of us, we think of money as, something the government prints, cash. But that physical cash, the coins and bills, that's just a tiny piece of the pie, maybe 10%.
The overwhelming majority, we're talking like 90%, is created basically out of thin air by private banks every single time they make a loan.
Yeah, you heard that right. Most of the money in our economy isn't a physical thing. It's what's called Giraldgeld, or book money. It's just a digital number in a bank's computer. When a bank gives you a mortgage, they don't take money out of a vault. They literally just type new numbers into your account, creating a digital promise that you'll pay it back.
And here is the engine that drives the whole system. This money that's created as a loan, as debt, well, it's not free. It always comes with interest.
So remember the textbook? It said economies have to grow because we all just want more stuff. But this reveals a much deeper, more systemic reason for growth. Think about it. The total amount of money that has to be paid back, that's the loan plus the interest, is more than the amount of money that was created in the first place. So for that debt to be repaid, the economy as a whole has no choice. It has to grow, just to create the extra money to pay off the interest.
This is like the system's built-in programming. Money is not some neutral tool. And in a system like this, zero growth isn't stability, it's a disaster. It would set off a chain reaction of people and businesses failing to pay their debts, which could bring the whole house of cards down. Our money system has a growth requirement baked right into its DNA.
And so that leaves us with one last pretty urgent question to wrestle with. If our entire money system demands constant, perpetual growth, what happens when that system runs up against a planet with very real, very finite limits? Thanks for watching The Explainer.